London is no stranger to the fog, but rather than roll in, this mist seemed to rise, thick and slow, devouring the dark alleys of Whitechapel from the bottom up. Whitechapel Dark Mist, a Cthulhu by Gaslight mystery.
So, our investigators made it from the cemetery to the police station with the help of a police escort, in that they were being essentially arrested. But they brought back, got to show the ghoulish figure and to Reginald Probst, and had a discussion with him where he was happy to point out on his board all the different things going on. The fog taking people, bodies exploding, now there's dog-like creatures, and what's the deal with this naked, hairless, featureless man? And you guys showed him the clue that you'd gotten that pointed towards Flowers' butcher shop. And he told you that there had been a reported sighting of one of the missing gentlemen. One
Philip Bradford?
Philip Bradford. Thank you, as I bring that particular piece of information back up. So, there's a little bit of a bustle there at the police station as he's getting some folks ready to go check out the crypt and see if the body of Jacko is still there. And then he's getting some other folks to take the body of this thing in. And as they're walking past and carrying this body draped in the canvas, the other guy says, one of the guys there says, I don't know what this dog thing is, but it looks pretty ghoulish to me. Anyway, it's now
canon.
Now canon, we may refer to them as ghouls. So, you guys, how are you exiting? Out the front of the police station or out back into the alleyway?
I'd say probably back out into the alleyway.
Sure, I'll follow your lead.
Okay, so our investigators step out in the alleyway with several leads to track down. The scene is yours.
So, I think we should probably go make a beeline to the butcher shop. You should keep an eye on Georgie. And if Georgie starts drawing our attention elsewhere, then we maybe think about going elsewhere.
Yeah,
but
I can promise you if he wants to go somewhere else, he will make both of us well aware of it. He can be incredibly loud. There was something that Reggie said that struck me, that that shop, that Curiosities and Collectibles.
Yeah.
There's something is catching my brain on that. I don't remember what it is, but something it's catching, and I have a feeling that I've either been there or somebody said something about, but there's something about that shop, and I just can't put my finger on it. But yeah, I mean, we can go check out the butcher shop. Just maybe, don't go barging in like, "Hey, are you delivering dead bodies today?" Like, but check it out, and then I really want to make our way back to that curiosity shop because something. I can't put my finger on it. There's something about that name.
So, I've known Rosalee for all of what?
3 days.
I don't even think it's been that long. I think it's been 2 days.
I think this is day 2.
I want to pull out my penny farthing. And I'm going to flip it a couple times. And while I'm flipping it, I'm going to be looking at her face to try to discern how I want to say involved, but that's not the right word. I want to see how passionate she is about the Curiosities and Collectibles idea.
Okay, make me a psychology roll.
51 against a 57.
Nice.
She seems sincere, but also a little confused, like she's trying to put things together.
I think with that role, being an investigator for some time, it does look like she has somewhat of a hunch. And in my past, I have learned to trust people's hunches about things. So he gives one last flip of the penny farthing and looks at it for a second, closes his hand up and says, all right, let's make for the collectible shop, actually. The butcher shop will be there when we get finished, but let's go see what we can find there. We may find some information about Bradford that can help us track him down.
Okay. Yeah, no, that sounds great.
Okay, so the police station is on a corner, and one of the roads is Whitechapel Road, and you know from having lived in this area for a long time that both the butcher shop and the curiosity and collectibles shop are on Whitechapel Road, down around the same area where the Copper Lion was, but on the opposite side of the road, not directly across from it, down the road a little bit, but on the opposite side. So a short walk, a couple blocks from the police station down Whitechapel. The first one you come to would be the Curiosities Collectible Shop, and there's another block or so past that to get to the butcher shop.
Okay.
Is the shop currently open?
So as you get there, it is getting close to 8 o'clock now. There's an older gentleman just coming up, and you can see him through the plate glass of the door, reaching up to an open sign, like he's about to flip it over.
I'm gonna kind of jaunt up and like, oh wait, please, me and my gentleman friend here, we just want a quick look around.
He opens the door and says, please come right in. I was just about to close up shop, but always happy to do something for customers. Please come on in.
Thank you.
As you go in, you notice that the door has 2 plate glass windows on either side of it. And on one, in kind of a banner script, says Curiosities, and the other one, it says Collectibles. And there's like a big ampersand sign on the door, Curiosities and Collectibles. And make me a spot hidden roll.
I rolled a 5, which is a extreme success.
Okay. So you notice that down towards the bottom of the plate glass of the door, it says Proprietor Willem Green. Willem Green.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm going to be looking around. I'm sort of close to her, but in a way that is conspicuously audible. Going to say, Rosalee, Philip was right about this place.
Philip usually is. It's wonderful. I'm gonna go ahead and step inside.
Yeah. So it is a antiques and collectible thing, right? There are rows of tables and like tables on tables, so that, you know, like making shelves and just a knickknacks all over, and towards the back of the shop is like a long desk-like counter with, you know, his cash box and whatever he does, and some little items on display. And you know, he's kind of holding the door open for you as you walk in, and you guys mention Philip. Says, "Well, you know my Philip, do you? I haven't seen him for a while. He's one of them they say have gone missing."
Oh, we met him in passing quite a while back, and he mentioned your shop, and we just finally on this side of Whitechapel Road and decided to stop in. Had a little bit of time. But you said he's gone missing.
All right, common knowledge right here. It's one of I take that back. In fact, just last night, I believe they said another one went missing. Some fellow by the name of Jacko. So 5 guys have gone missing since then. Don't know what it's all about, but I know they found one of them dead just last night.
Goodness.
I know. Quite the goings on. People screaming about it's the Ripper again, but I know it ain't. It's long gone. And anyway, make yourselves at home. Look around the shop. I've got a few things I'm just going to take care of here. And he goes back to the back. He doesn't leave the room, right? Just like one big room, kind of long and narrow is his shop. The aisleways in between the tables are pretty small. Everything's just packed in here. There's lamps and doodads and doohickeys and small chests and just cool little stuff that one might find curious or collectible.
Nice.
So he goes back and he sits on kind of a high stool behind the back counter. And, he's like flipping through a ledger or something, writing some things in, looking over, counting pound notes or whatever. And it was, Philip used to do this for me, but since he's been gone, I found myself having to do it myself. And, well, let us know if we can help you with anything. And then he calls out and he says, Allison, come out here for a minute, please. And this young girl, probably 12, comes out and, he gives her some instructions quietly to her. And she goes and grabs a broom and is just doing stuff around the shop while he continues his ledgering.
I'm going to take a look around the shop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm specifically looking for books because Thomas Blanton had been going on and on about knowledge and other realms and things. So just while we're in this particular neighborhood, I'm looking for books to see if there's anything odd.
Yeah, doesn't appear to be a place that deals in books. If you're just looking, there's none.
I'm going to mosey around the shop looking at things and make my way towards where the young girl Allison is working. Allison, what a pretty name.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Rosalee. It's very nice to meet you.
Hi, Rosalee.
Hi.
I'm Allison.
Yes. Yeah, my friend Philip told me this store was very nice. Did you know Philip?
Philip is a nice man. I miss Philip. He hasn't been around for, 3 weeks maybe.
Oh, well, I wonder where he could have gone. Do you have any ideas where he could have gone, Allison?
They say he's one of the missings.
Oh. Well, you look rather sharp. I can tell. I can tell it in your eyes, Allison, that you're a sharp young lady. Did you see anything that would let you take a guess at where Philip may have gone?
Well, he goes up work one night and left, and we ain't seen him since. Mm. You can ask my brother, though. Sometimes I think they, was that same pub?
The same pub? Do you remember what the name of the pub was?
I don't know about those things, do I? Mm. Just a little girl I am.
Well.
Wouldn't be proper.
No, it wouldn't. But you're doing a great job
sweeping.
If I
proper, my father would kill me if he found out.
Well, thank you very much, Allison. I'm going to keep looking around, unless you know where all the good stuff is.
What you looking for?
Anything shiny.
Oh, we're really shiny and good stuff there in the counter right there back there with Pop.
Oh, well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to walk up to the counter. So, Philip had a friend he mentioned. I can't recall his name, but he said him and some friend used to go to this pub, and I can't remember which one because I know there's a couple pubs around here, and he told me it was a good one. Do you remember which one he may have been talking about?
Yeah, I ain't got much time for pubs, and I'm not sure what Philip did with his off time. I know he's a hell of a worker for me, but yeah, my age, just work the shop, close up the shop, go to bed. That's my day.
Certainly.
All right, the only joys in my world is my daughter Addison and my son Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Right.
Does the name Jonathan Green ring anything to me?
No.
No? Okay.
John Green, isn't he a YouTuber?
Well,
Make me a spot hidden roll.
ooh, spot hidden. A 24, which is a hard success.
Okay. So he's talking, right? His children are, dear Addison over there, to clean up the shop for old man. There'd be a lot of 12-year-old girls who'd be like wanting to run off and do their own thing, but here she is working hard. And my boy Jonathan, well, he's a smart one, he is. His plan is he's going to go off to America, maybe make himself something over there. He's 17. I don't expect I'll see him for another year or so. In about a year, he's probably going to be gone. He's saving up now for passage, he is. And he's just going on about how proud he is of his son and how proud he is of his daughter. And as you're standing there, trying to be polite and listen to him, you notice that in the little display counter right there in front of him is this really intricate gold and green scarab brooch sitting on the counter.
That's so sweet.
It's got a little display case over it. It's like must be the most prized possession in this shop. It's front and center on the best rack. Got a little counter, and he's going on and on about his kids and how Jonathan loves his little sister Addison, and he's going to make his trip over to America as soon as he's got his passage saved up. And I know he's going to do big things over there. It's not right keeping him around here, right? It's time for him to go be his own man. I think he's got ideas.
Well, I wish him all the best and happiness, and I hope he finds him a nice young lady to settle down with and make you proud. What a lovely piece this brooch is. It's absolutely stunning.
Oh, it is my most prized possession. It is. Fella who was traveling in Egypt, all the countries over there. I'm not really smart on all that stuff, but he brought in one day and want to know what I give him for it. And, well, probably gave him less than it was worth because you can see the gold and the inlay and this green part here. It's like jade and emeralds. It's really quite beautiful.
It's exquisite.
And he looks around. We'll give it to Jonathan when he saves up. He's gonna take it with him. Be my gift to him.
Well, that's an amazing piece, and I wish him all the best.
Coming from Egypt, I always wonder if it might have some mystical properties. You read about them pyramids and stuff like that.
Oh, wouldn't that be just
Wouldn't that be
exciting?
something?
The adventure of a lifetime.
I figure if I give it to him, it might help him find a girl over there in America, right?
Well, it certainly would work on me.
Right.
But I think I'm a little too old for Jonathan. So I'm going to head back towards Mr. Carter. Did you find anything, dear?
No.
Okay. Well,
Can I do a perusal, not looking for books this time, just looking for anything that looks out of the ordinary, that doesn't look like something a grandmother would buy and put in a cabinet?
no tchotchkes.
Yeah. I won't even require a roll. There's a small range of value here from, oh my God, are you really trying to sell that thing, to, that's probably worth a couple pounds. But it's all these little knick-knack things. Maybe the biggest thing he's got in here is like a steamer trunk with, some faded out words put on it. And, instead of selling it, he's probably got it open and filled up with a bunch of other little crap stuff. But no, it's not the highest end of stuff. but given the neighborhood he's in, anything more than what he's got in here would have been outpricing his customers, probably.
Right.
I haven't found much. Have you found anything?
No, not really. If you want, we can head on down the road. It's just a little bit up from here, the butcher shop.
Okay.
Well, we thank you for your time, and y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for staying open.
Oh, right. Anytime you come in now, we've got plenty of stuff.
Oh, I certainly
Always
will.
happy to help a customer.
Well, all the best. Have a good evening.
Okay.
Head out the door.
You walk out, little bell over the door jingles as you leave, and you probably, as you turn and go down the road, you see out of the corner of your eye him moving up towards the front door of the shop, ready to flip the sign over. Just a really pleasant older man.
Yeah. I'm going to stop and look at the windows for a second, try to sort out that feeling. Just for, I think I dreamt of this place. Like I don't remember what I was doing here, but the signage, it's exactly, well, it's not entirely the same, but it's kind of this, I don't know. It's the strangest thing.
You do notice something you hadn't noticed before when you take a look at it. On the window that has curiosities on a little banner, in smaller print and down to the right, it says Choice Collectibles.
Choice. There's something here. I just don't know what. I'm probably just being silly. Come on, let's go.
All right, we're going to make for the butcher's.
The butcher shop.
Okay. Doesn't take but a few minutes to get down there, and it is closed. It is now a little after 8, and the shops on this side of the road are getting dark, and the pubs and stuff on the other side of the road are kind of lightening up. There are some pubs on this side of the road, but there seems to be a little bit of a division. Drinking and work.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm fairly used to the architecture in the area, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this butcher shop one with like an apartment upstairs that the proprietor would live in?
It seems to be a recurring theme with most of the shops that they are used as both homes and places of business.
Would I know where the home portion would be? Would it be
most likely right above it, like the entire second floor?
Rosalee, let's take a quick walk around and see if we see anything interesting. And if we
have
don't,
a truck somewhere, a cart somewhere. So
Yeah, on the east side of the building, it butts right up with the next shop, but there is a small alleyway on the west side of the building that cuts between it and bakery shop next door.
is this the part where you tell me I didn't get the lantern back from Irish? Okay.
No, I'm not feeling particularly cruel tonight.
but keep pushing it.
So we'll walk around outside here. There's an alleyway to the west over here. And if we don't find anything inside, if we don't find anything outside, I'm going to try to get inside and see if we can find anything. But if that is the case, I may need your help to be sort of a lookout.
Okay.
So let's walk around, and while we're walking around, we are both going out of our way to be as quiet as possible, or at least I am. And
I'm a prostitute taking a man down an alley. This does not look strange to anyone. No, I'm kidding. I'll be quiet.
Sure, give me stealth rolls.
85.
67 fail.
85 have.
Fail, yeah.
Okay. So you're trying to be quiet, walking down there, but like most of the alleys, there's just stuff in there sometimes. So you kick something, makes your hand jumble a little bit, which causes the lantern to like flash light several different ways. So, yeah, you figure if there's anybody else down this alley that they know you're there too. But it doesn't take too long till you reach the end of the building, and then the alleyway opens up into an open area that kind of runs behind these shops.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're getting to that area, you can hear some movement and some voices right behind the butcher shop.
Gonna shine the lantern in that direction.
Okay, well, you see a couple of butcher shop workers wearing like white overcoats. One of them's got a white paper hat on, and they are like bringing out carcasses and just the day's refuse. Probably a lot of meowing cats around. They've maybe some dogs are coming. They know the routine around here, and there might be some good eatings coming up. But yeah, they are like dragging tubs of stuff that one might find as the refuge of a butcher shop. So
I'm going to, before we get too much in earshot, I'm going to sort of lean over to Rosalee and say, anything look familiar?
The white coat, certainly. Yeah.
All right, let's see what they have to say. Don't start off with anything too rough. Just, we're going to walk up, and I'm going to, hey, you guys work at the butcher shop? And while I'm doing that, I'm going to shine the lantern around this stuff.
you see like pools of red blood and like bones that meat has been cleaved away from and whatnot. And the one guy is, oh, we work at a butcher shop. Listen to this guy. We out back of a butcher shop with nothing but dead cow shit in our hands, and you asked us, do we work at a butcher shop? Oh, this one's a right smart one, isn't he?
I thought maybe you were on the way to a party or something and dressed up.
Well, yeah, this is our party every day. Part of this animal and a part of that animal. Who is a party?
So you been working all day then? Been working here all day?
All right.
At this particular location?
From the top.
Right here?
Well, this guy's just a fucking brilliant one, ain't he? It's like there's more than one location of fucking
Fucking
flowers,
franchise.
guts, and chops. This is the only one in the city. Where else should I be working? Right here from sun up to fucking... What time is it, Joe? It's 8 fucking o'clock. That's what time it is. Time for a damn trip to a pub is what it is. All right, that's what I do. I come in, I cut some meat, and I gives it to people, and then I leave after dumping all this shit out the back, and I'll go have a beer. What else I'll be doing? Do it every day till Friday, till old butcher gives me some cash, and then I'll go drink that up too. What the fuck is this guy's just brilliant as shit, isn't he?
The guy who isn't talking,
Just really
is out
quiet.
here,
He's like, oh my God, here he goes again.
is that he's just annoyed with his friend, not seeing anything else on his face.
No, he's just like steadily emptying the buckets of junk and tossing it out and out in a really freaking sanitary
He's
way.
the one who's thinking, if you spent half as much time getting the job done as you did complaining about it, we'd have been done already.
That's the guy. Yeah,
So, how many, are you the owner of this business, or?
no, I wish. Again, and he looks over to the quiet one. Again with this brilliant motherfucker. Of course I'm not the owner. You think I'll be out here trashing the alleyway with this crap if I was the owner? No, he's sitting inside, or it's nice and comfy, probably getting ready to eat his dinner because, he's the owner. He'd do that shit. I can't leave till all it's done.
How many coworkers do you have here?
Oh, damn, you asked a lot of questions for a brilliant motherfucker. What's it to you now? You're starting to get a little bit on the irritating side. You know, normally I can put up with a fool, but a fool asking too many questions, that gets a little irritating.
I'm going to walk up and kind of like drape my hand on the door frame because like they're by the cart. You know, I'm going to by the doorway to the back. I want to use sleight of hand to take like my handkerchief and stick it into the hole in the door so that when the door shuts, it won't latch.
Give me a sleight of hand roll.
A 58, which is a success.
All right. You have managed to quietly stuff a handkerchief in a hole.
And then I'm going to look at Carter and be like, Shug, I'm sure you've got money, but I charge by the hour. Is this really how you want to spend it?
All right. Hey, I see you, miss. Right. Yeah. My day's in and yours just beginning, isn't it?
Yeah, you know.
Right.
People got to work,
I don't
Shug.
know if I throw this one back too soon. As stupid as he is, he probably get everything he's got.
Well, I know how to pick 'em, I suppose. Are you ready to go?
Well, yeah, you might find a little bit more success if you headed down the alley the other way. That'd be a nice little place. But even when we're down here and it's nice and quiet back here, it's going to stink like hell. You don't want to be, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I have no interest in being in this alley any longer than I have to. But if he's paying, I go where he goes.
All right, well, then just give us a few minutes and we'll provide you with all the privacy you need.
What do their shoes look like?
Wow, brown work boots splashed with blood.
Judging by the footprints, do they have abnormally large feet?
Better off asking Rosalee.
I'm going to say they have standard size feet.
Okay. Oh, fine. We'll go.
Did I drop a clue somewhere about a large feet? I don't want to.
No.
If I'm screwing something up, like, did I do anything? So, they keep doing what they're doing. Even after you guys kind of walk off, you can still hear the loudmouth one. He's always got something to say. Maybe a local soccer team, football team. And the other one is just really quiet. And, and eventually you hear the door swing and slam shut as they head back in. You guys chilling and scoping the place out? What you gonna do?
We'll follow the bug.
So let's move back up the alley, farther away from the back, and I'm gonna pull Carter aside, and I managed to jam something in the catch of the door, so when they lock up for the night, the door shouldn't catch, and we should be able to slip in through the back for you.
All right.
We just need to hang out for a little while and let them pass.
Why would we need to hang out?
I guess we can follow the bug. I just don't want to get too far away. I don't want to be traipsing all over the city at this time of night.
If he's eating dinner, then we need to
He's probably eating dinner upstairs, yeah. Aren't you? Okay.
wait on him to fall asleep with his fat tummy nice
Full of
and
beef.
full. Full of
Note to
bangers
self:
and mash.
description of butcher, fat tummy. Gotcha.
I'm just assuming so.
Dude, it's like every trope is butcher ever, right?
Gotta have like a towel slung over him and like an apron half folded down, and just greasy as shit. Yeah. I apologize
It's
if
like
you're a
you're in
butcher.
my head.
I know. I apologize if anybody in our viewers out there is a butcher. Yeah, so I'll pull Georgie. I keep calling him Gregory.
Hey, you bought him. You want to rename him? Go right ahead.
I want to respect his identity. So I'll pull Georgie out and kind of not shake
Georgie
him. But
is persistently, but not crazily walking forward and bumping into the glass at the direction pointing southwest.
I'm gonna hand it over to
I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Carter.
southeast. Which did you make your navigate skill earlier?
No, that was the one he used to draw that map.
Right. Give me a navigate check.
$28, so it's a fail. I have a 10% chance.
All right. So, yeah, you just know it's pointing southeast.
I'm going to hand it to Mr. Carter. All right, there's Georgie for you.
I'm going to, with the fingers I can spare from the lantern, put it on top of my head.
The lantern or the bug?
The bug.
How will you see which way he's going?
How would I see which way he's going if I didn't have the lantern in my hand? I walk with a cane, Rosalee.
I can hold the lantern.
Do you really walk with a cane?
Yes.
Don't you remember with Tadpole? He stepped on his foot.
Oh, that's right. And he pulled back the sheet off of the very first body with his cane.
He's been using it. I'll hold the lantern for you. Here.
I don't actually need it to walk. It's more of a show thing, but I am using it now. So I hand her the lantern and we trade.
So the jar is not...
The jar is not on my head.
Okay. Because that luck roll was going to suck for you.
It's up my butt.
It's piloting me.
All right. So basically your plan here is to use the bug in the jar and
As
just keep
compass.
trying to go the way that it is banging itself against the glass. All right, so the easiest way to do that, first of all, is to get back to a south cutting road, because Whitechapel Road essentially runs west to east, right? So if you double back a little bit, then you're going to get to a road, might be Commerce Road, I don't know, that cuts south rather than working through a maze of alleyways. That's
Right.
your best bet.
In my head, I'm remembering the map slightly. Is it seeming like it's going towards the Thames or the docks?
Southeast from where you're at is that direction towards the dock.
And then, so south would
The
be
docks
the
are pretty
Thames
big,
eventually.
right? And so just about anywhere you're here right now, if you went straight south, you'd get to the docks.
Eventually.
If you went southeast, you'd get to the docks. Hell, if you went to southeast completely, you might catch the end of the docks on that end. It's a pretty long strip of a man-made, dug-out area from the Thames that creates this like lock for the ships to come in. And it's about the point where the Thames no longer becomes traversable by the big ships. And so the ships come in the Thames, and then they pull into this big opening that has been created for the docks, and it's where Speedwagon Company and all those others are at. But it's pretty long. So anything pointing southish is pointing towards the docks.
Okay, so
Not
yeah.
only does that make sense, I probably over-explained it.
A little bit.
Fucker.
We're just going to go south.
Okay, so as you're walking back up that road, Whitechapel Road, to get to Commerce Street to cut and go south, you pass by the Curiosities and Collectibles, and you're probably 30 yards down from that, and you hear the bell that was on the door ring, and you do a quick look back, and you see that Allison has stepped out, and with her broom is like sweeping the front walk or something, like her dad had told her to go do that. And you look back just in time to see the fog rolling in from that side of the street, and then one part of the fog, like in the center of it, stretches out in like this 15 or 20 foot egg shape from the cloud and just envelops Allison And then you hear her scream and the drag of her heels along the cobblestone as that long tendril of fog comes back into the main body of the fog. And then the fog starts to dissipate. And Allison is gone. And that's where we'll stop for that.
God damn it.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll give Emily a minute here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We do our actual play, Call of Cthulhu, Whitechapel Dark Mist, setting of our own making, story of our own telling, every Tuesday night from 7 to 9. So we hope you join us back. You'll join us back here next week for the continuation of this little mystery. Also on Saturdays from 7 to 9, you can catch us doing our TTRPG Gabbin'. We talk TTRPG stuff. We might build an adventure or character, or talk about what's out there in the TTRPG world. And that's Saturdays from 7 to 9. Join us for that too. Say special thanks to Ian for joining us on the stream watching tonight. Thanks for being there. Hope you get to feeling better. Thanks for joining our Discord server. Anybody else watching, feel free to click on our Discord server, come join us and hang out with us when you can. Ian, hope you get you feeling better. Thanks for watching us.
See you all in therapy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.